Welcome to Simple Hobby Homesteading. So I have no idea if this is going to be crazy loud or crazy echoey. Everyone. We're in the recording studio for the first time, and I don't know if you can hear the pitter patter, but as soon as I start talking, the dogs on the outside of the door, they decide to all just pitter patter around the door and congregate, and I bet I have at least 4 dogs laying on the outside of that door right now. But hey, it is what it is, and we'll start inviting them in to hang out with us and do videos with us. But right now, I just needed to see how things are gonna go with a simple video. So it's been forever since I've recorded. Life has been crazy busy, spring, summer, it just happens. But I'm back. I'm hopefully on a good routine of getting videos recorded, edited, and posted for you guys. So I hope so. This morning I have a wonderful cup of coffee, my bright-eyed and bushy-tailed mug. Now it just says bright-eyed, it's got a bunny on it as you can see. The bushy-tailed is completely implied. It's absolutely implied. Bright-eyed, bushy-tailed is something my grandma and my dad used to say to me when I was growing up pretty much every morning. You know, are you bright-eyed and bushy-tailed? And it was just kind of the way you started out your day. And my nickname, I don't know if you guys had a nickname growing up given to you by your parents or your grandparents, but mine given to me by my dad was Bugsy. And so even to this day, he'll call me like, hey Bugsy, how are things in Bugsy land? And I'm like, I am 40 something years old, 42 maybe I'm 41, I don't know, early 40s. Bugsy Land probably isn't a thing anymore, but he thinks it's hilarious, it's adorable, so I just don't say anything. Welcome to Bugsy Land. My first cup of coffee so far today, and it's like already almost 11, so that's crazy. Today, okay, let's just get into the video today. Today we are going to do a video on, it's like our trash to treasure series, but it's trash to, I guess, different ways to use trash and it's still being trash. But it's just a way to use things that you would ordinarily just throw away. And so we repurpose, that's a good word. We repurpose these things and make them useful to us rather than just throwing them in a landfill. So what we're making today is perfect for camping or for your own campfires in your backyard or fire starters for the fireplace. This is like the best thing ever, and we make a ton of these. I totally stole this idea from our neighbor, our country neighbor who lives up that way, and she is so smart and so ingenious and such a good person to like reuse. She reuses things, reutilizes things, and nothing goes to waste with her, which I love. So I've got 2 teenage boys, and this is also crazy. I am alone in the house today. My husband's at work. Gunner, my 17-year-old, went to work. My husband usually works from home, so him going to work, it's not like going to work was a big thing, but he usually works from home, so he went into work today. My 17-year-old had to work, and then my 22-year-old just left to go vacuum out his car and clean his car, and I think he had to run to the bank for something. So I am all by myself, except for the dogs. So it's just like a crazy cool thing. So I decided I'm going to do a video. So anyways, 2 teenager boys, or teenager and a 22-year-old, they tend to eat a little bit of fast food. And I know it's horrible. I'm a horrible parent, whatever. Judge me as you will. My kids eat fast food. After they get done with work or on their lunch break from work, a lot of times they run over to McDonald's or Burger King, or the one works at Dairy Queen. And so they just get fast food often. So they come home with their fast food bags. So I always tell them, when you have your fast food bag, don't throw it away. Go ahead and throw the food in the chicken bowl. And the chicken bowl is just what we give. Either one day we give it to the chickens, just scraps of food. The other day we give it to the pigs. If it's something they can't have, like onions or avocados, then we put it in our compost. But yeah, I said put the food, I always say put the food in the chicken bowl and then put the other stuff in the bag and just put it in my recording studio. And I'll number 1, get to making a video about it, and number 2, I'll make my fire starters. So as you can see in this bag, it's just an empty, well, not an empty Walmart or McDonald's bag, Walmart bag. Did you hear that they're going away with Walmart bags? I don't know if that's true, but it's crazy. Like they're going the way of Aldi's or something and not doing bags. I don't know if they can get away with that. But anyways, so they just dump out their fries, and so you have an empty fry box, and that's in there. And then as you can see, chicken nuggets are like their main go-to thing. So we got an empty chicken nuggets thing made of cardboard, and then we have a couple napkins. So that just goes back in the bag. So So you have your bag with your different paper refuse in there, which is wonderful. And if they're a little greasy, all the better. So then you walk out, if you're like us, you walk outside and there are a plethora of sticks. I walked out this morning to get these literally 10 minutes ago, and I walk out my front door, and right outside the door there are 2 large turkeys, our pet turkeys. There's a rabbit, our rabbit's free range, there's a cat, and there's a chicken with her 3 little chicks. And I'm just like literally right outside my door. It was amazing. And my husband would just say, it's poop. That's just a lot of poop. But it was amazing. It was just, I mean, that's like the best thing ever for me. I love it. Anyways, also right out my front door is a million sticks. We live in the middle of the woods. So you need to get sticks. If you need to go to your local park or nature area or wherever to get a box of sticks, do that. Get a box of sticks. You also need some string. This is really just a handy jute string. And then also something that I save is dryer lint. I just have this, once again, a Walmart bag. I just have this Walmart bag hanging by our dryer. And every time I empty the dryer lint catcher thing, whatever, I just put it in this bag. So this is like probably 50% dryer lint and 50% dog hair. Because I think everything we have has dog hair on it. So I just keep that. So I'm going to tell you what all we're going to put in to make this fire starter after a sip of coffee. So you get your bag and you just leave your stuff in there, the box and stuff like that. You get your sticks and you put them, in the bag. And I like to do the sticks so they don't really hang out very much. So I can break them in half and just get them like that. Because what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to tie the top of the bag closed. So you put a few sticks and then you put some dryer lint in there. A few little tufts. Dryer lint is highly flammable. It doesn't burn very long, but it is highly flammable. And that's why they say always, clean out your dryer catchers often and your the little tubes that go from your dryer to the outside exhaust or whatever, clean that out. Because if there's a spark or something, it is quite flammable. But it burns quick. So we're putting a bunch of sticks in here. And you want to try to make sure you've got dry sticks, but if you're not using this right away, then they can be a little bit damp. That's not a big deal because everything will dry out. These Walmart, why do I keep calling them Walmart bags? These McDonald's bags are quite breathable. They're just a paper bag. And if you don't do fast food, I mean, good for you. You can get those brown lunch bags at the store, very inexpensive. And get a huge pack of those and make just a bunch of these with those for your next camping trip. When you're doing this, just be careful not to poke the sticks through the bag. If you do, that's not a big deal, but it just makes it so they have a tendency to fall out. The sticks will fall out more easily. So as I put sticks in, then I put some more dryer lint, stuff those in, dryer lint / dog hair. And so I'm putting those in, and I'm getting close to being able to tie this up. So you don't want to stuff it too full, but what's going to happen is you're going to light the bag on fire, and that will start burning, and it'll burn very quickly. And as it burns, it's going to ignite the dryer lint and the other cardboard things in here, the nugget container and the fry container. It's going to ignite those, and it's going to burn, and it's going to catch all those little sticks on fire. And then then you have the logs over top, and it's going to catch those on fire. And it's just a really, really great way to get a fire started. And it's a way to reuse a piece of trash that you were just going to throw away. So I gather the top together. I put a string around it. I tie 1 knot, 2 knot, and then I make it tight. That 2 knot thing is something my grandpa taught me. It makes it so you don't have to put your finger there. It holds the knot really well. And so I tie another knot there, and look at that. Oh my gosh, you have a fire starter. It is like the best fire starter ever. So we make a ton of these, and I have a huge tote of them up in the barn so that we can grab them anytime that we are going to head out and go camping, or if we're going to start a bonfire. In the winter, we use a ton of them in our fireplace and in our wood burner to get fires going. But it's just a really simple, ingenious way to reuse your leftover fast food bags, and it works with any paper fast food bag, and it's so handy. Panera's, I mean, I'm not going to go through all of them, but all of them work super well, and the sticks are free. Dryer lint is free. The string, if you can find something that's burnable, that you can reuse instead of buying string, go for it. But string is very inexpensive. One big roll like that is very, very cheap, and it lasts forever. And I use it for a lot of my crafty stuff too. But it is just a really handy little thing to do. So I'm just curious to see how you guys like the studio. We're going to put a few more decorations. This is from my niece, and she did some hand painting for me, which I love. I'm going to lower it a little bit so you can see it a little better. And I've got some other things to go up on the wall. But we're just going to kind of decorate this as we go along. And I love my desk. John Fuquay made this desk for me, and I'm in love with it. It's this burnt wood that is so pretty. So we're going to get back into doing videos. And this was just a quick little video today. That's a fun way to reuse something, and a good way to jump back into getting my YouTube videos back up and going. So yeah, if you guys want to see anything, drop it in the comments, what you want to see. If you have any ideas of things that you reuse, trash to treasure kind of thing, or trash to better utilize trash, just let me know, and I'll try to do a video on it. So I'm going to try to do more cooking videos. And what other kind of videos do I want to do? Oh, homestead hacks. Like 5-minute homestead or farm hacks, and see if they really work and see what the animals think of them. So we're going to try to do all those things. So you have a bright-eyed and bushy-tailed day. And remember, do all you can with all you have wherever you are. And you guys have a great day. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.